Nigel is meeting family historian Dr. Joanne Bailey at the Boconnock Parish Church.
Joanne, I know my great-great-grandfather, David Couch, had a child, a daughter, and very, very sadly, little Eleanor died. But I know nothing about what happened.
Well, we have a document that I can show you in 1862. This is a decade later.
Yeah, we're getting married.
For a happy reason, yes.
Very happy, getting married to Maria Caroline Collins.
Yeah.
He's about 38. Oh, she's a widow.
Yes. And he's happy to take her and her 2 children from her first marriage.
Children.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good choice.
I mean, the other option would have been to marry a young woman.
He's had experience of a woman much younger, and it didn't go so well. He's showing some maturity, isn't he?
Yes, he's being very sensible.
Good for him.
Over the next 6 years, from 1862, David and Maria Couch went on to have 3 children: David Frederick, Elizabeth, and Georgina. But in 1868, tragedy struck again.
In this...
Georgina Mary
yes.
Couch died and was buried on March the 26th, aged 20 months.
Yes. I have the death certificate here.
Georgina May Couch. It says here, scald on the chest with white pot, lived 2 days, accidental death. So what does that mean, chest with white pot?
Well, white pot, we think, is a local dish that was made from milk or cream.
Yeah.
It looks like Georgina, who was toddling, has pulled the pan onto herself.
So this is, he's lost 2 daughters now.
Yes.
That must have been a shock. 2 days of hell to live for 2 days. Oh,
yes.
dear.
In the second half of the 19th century in England, more than a quarter of children died before they reached their 5th birthday. But after Georgina's death, David's family continued to grow.
68 now.
Have a look at the register of baptisms.
Okay. On March the 10th, we have Georgina Mary, daughter of David and Maria Caroline. Hang on, but there's already been a Georgina.
That's right, yes.
Right, so that means that they then waited and she had another child, which happened to be a girl.
Yes.
So I can see now, in remembrance
That's right.
of
the
Georgina.
first Georgina, yes.
They've gone, that's very sweet, isn't it?
Yes. So shall we have a look at the next census?
Yes, that would be great. Yep.
This is 1871.
David Couch. Oh, he's the head of the house now.
Yes.
He's a master miller.
He's
taken him some
everything
time, but at 48, he's a man.
Yes. His father, John, died in December 1864.
Right. So there's David there as head.
Yes.
His wife, Maria.
Yes.
And then there's Frederick, Caroline, and Georgina, the 2 daughters. And so
you made it there.
The line is now sort of forming. And
that's right,
so
yes.
I'm coming from somewhere now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from someone rather nice, it
seems.
seems.
It does seem that. This is good. But I know, see, I have the records that, in fact, Jonathan took the mill over.
Yes.
And I can't work out how that happens. If we've got David, successful with his 3 children, how does that...
Well, we can turn to the estate steward's diary.
And this is on the 17th.
1871.
Very busy plans for Couch's Mill Bridge. Poor David Couch died this day at 1:30 p.m. Okay. Right. God. So he didn't really make 50, did he?
No, he's still 48 when he died.
So David's established himself. He's been, master in his own house, head of the house. And 6 years later, he dies. Where does that leave his wife and children?
Frederick is David and Maria's son, and he's still too young, really.
Frederick couldn't run the mill. He's about
He's
5
just a boy,
or something.
yes. So really, there is no one left.
With none of David Couch's children old enough to take over, his widow, Maria, passed the mill to David's twin brother, Jonathan, who became the master miller. Not wishing to stay in the area, Maria left Cornwall altogether, taking the children with her, ending Nigel's direct ancestral connection to Cornwall and the mill. David Couch was buried in the parish graveyard near the mill.
Oh, here we go. There's John Couch. This is Dad. So I bet they're nearby. About here. David Couch. There he is. There's my great-great-grandfather's gravestone. Also of Georgina, the daughter. So they're buried together. Oh, that's really charming. They're together, which is how it should be. It's wonderful. There's one daughter that isn't named here that he had out of wedlock and losing not one but two children. It's just such devastating. It must have been so devastating for him. I'm so glad that he, got married and had more children. I know he died very young, really, but I feel that he had a good life, so I feel good about it. Discovering about my relations has been not only just emotionally moving for me, but also, I don't know whether I could say this really, but I've always been, when I'm interviewed, you're such a posh actor, the word posh always crops up. You must be bored playing the same, posh parts. Well, as it turns out, I'm no posher than anybody else.